Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on whatever time it is you are listening to me. My name has always remained a Buddha inspirationist. And this morning, I want to inspire you. But before I inspire you, I want us to take a moment and thank God for His goodness, for His mercies, for His kindness, for His protection upon our lives. We bless His name evermore without end. Well, today I want to talk to you about copy is a worry. Copy is a worry. We have had people tell us it is good to copy, some going against it. And today I want to briefly touch on it and let you understand why copy is a worry. Now I'd like to start with some definition of terms. So I would like to define what copy is, what worry is, and what confusion people have with copy and learning. So copy is a thing made to be similar or identical to another, whilst worry is feel or cause to feel troubled over actual or potential difficulties. People have confused themselves with copy and learning. Learning has to do or has something to do with the cognitive process of acquiring skills or knowledge. So if you are trying to acquire skills or knowledge from someone, it is different from copying. It is different from trying to be like the person. So we can all have one person we are looking up to. I would be either doing any of them, either copying or learning, whilst the other may be doing the opposite. That doesn't mean we are all doing a particular thing. So copy is different from learning. Learning has to do with the mind, but copying has to do with everything the person is doing. You would want to do the same thing. We cannot talk about this broad subject and not have to talk about the moment we have in our examination hall where we sat with our colleagues to write exams, either exams in school, at the workplace, at church, at the makalanta. I mean, all forms of exams, even in our lives. There is this moment when you can bear with me that we barely learn and we would want to do the right thing, as in answer the right questions to get the correct marks. Well, most will find themselves copying, but I'm saying this morning that copy is a worry. What it does is that it delays you. Now you see people start exams and they know what they are about. They pinpoint and they put down important keys that would not make them lose marks. So as they explain, they fuse in these keywords. Whilst you see another person trying to giraffe, trying to pull their necks and find solutions to the questions in front of them. Well, whilst one will be doing that, you will see that the one who knows what he or she is about will finish with time, whilst the person who is copying will now be found wanting. So it means that the one who knows what he or she is doing learns, but the one who doesn't know what he or she is doing, as in the paper in front of them, will be copying. So there is a difference, a clear difference between learning and copying. What I have for you this morning is that you shouldn't copy. You should create your own style. It is difficult to create your own style. It is difficult to come out of your shell. It is difficult to take initiative. It is very difficult. Starting anything new is difficult. It's difficult. And we can see around us the number of people who have made it out of doing something great, out of coming out of their shells, not trying to follow the mass. One thing I keep saying is that mass doesn't mean must. Mass doesn't mean must. We don't always have to follow the crowd. You just have to create your style. If there is a similarity between you and a person you think, it's fine. You can like the person, but don't copy the lifestyle of the person. You have to learn from the person. Learning is different from copying. That is how we've made our mind to think that copy is the same as learning. So we don't see anything wrong with copying. Well, I've had people who come out of exams hall and they are really down. They, as in their spirit is very down. You ask them why and they tell you they wrote the right thing, but when they came to reference, they had changed their answers to suit the one they were copying. And so they have made a big mistake. Copying deprives you of courage. It restricts you from believing in yourself. There are a lot of people whose dreams are shattered because they couldn't really believe in themselves. They couldn't really come out of their shelves and become a better version of themselves. They were just waiting for someone to do it. Then they do it. No, you have to do it by yourself. No one is going to do it for you. Assuming this world without electricity, how would it have been like? I've always imagined that. So it was out of someone's breaking of shell that we have it today. So copy is a worry. If we all copy, who is going to learn for us to bring innovative ideas, to share with us strategic ideas, to impact us positively, to change our world massively? Copy is a worry. Copy deprives us of our wisdom, of our knowledge. It undermines us in a way that it even suppresses the gift in us, the good things in us. No, this is how they do it. No, that is not how they do it. That is how someone did it. You can do it another way. You can have a different way of doing the same thing. That is why science will a scientist will prove something and another will come to disprove, because they learnt. They didn't copy, they learnt. If we were all to copy, we would have copied wrongly. But if we learn, we will know that some of these things we are copying are wrong, are simply not to be done, are simply not to even be learnt. So learn. That is why it is written in scriptures, learn to show thyself approved, and learn as much as you can from your teachers. So you can have a mentor and learn from them, but don't copy them. Don't copy their lifestyle. Some have bad lifestyles, although they are very positive. And so copying will be a worry. But when you learn, you go beyond their physical appearance and what they do in our lives. But then you go in for the requisite of life, the skills and the knowledge you will need for whatever thing you are doing. Thank you for listening to me. Please be a part of this YouTube channel and kindly subscribe. Thank you for listening to me. Have a nice day.